Hey nerds, back with a long distance version of Team Triplehorn's podcast due to COVID.
There's been a COVID outbreak at the set, so
Yeah, it's dripping with today's topic. Kevin, you wanna give it to him?
we're talking about who is the best and I guess our favorite action stars. Do you wanna? I think I know who you're probably gonna say.
No, you don't.
Okay,
All right,
okay. Well,
I
let me
know who
go
you're
first
gonna
then.
say.
Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Okay, I'll guess yours and you guess mine.
Okay.
You're gonna say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nope. I think you're gonna say JCVD though.
Oh shit. Okay, so
I was right.
no.
Okay.
He's my favorite, but not who I think the best is.
Oh, interesting.
I think the
Interesting.
best is Arnold. I don't think anyone has ever done it as good as he did, and I don't think anyone ever can.
Yeah,
He set the bar too high.
he was definitely
A tour de
iconic.
force.
He was definitely iconic at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he still is pretty much an icon.
Who would you pick? Who's your pick for your favorite and your best, or who you think the
Uh,
best is?
well, I think the best is our boy JC Jackie Chan doing
Ah,
doing his own stunts like a boss, doing parkour before it was cool.
true, true. And then who's
Rush
your
Hour
favorite?
1, Rush Hour 2,
Super
Rush
cop.
Hour 3.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Dude, I think Rumble in the Bronx was his first movie that I had seen, and
Yeah, it was the
and
first one that made him big in America.
yeah, that movie was cool. Good times.
You remember when that came out, and you'd have to go rent them because nobody spending money on random Asian action flicks back then.
Yeah,
Uh,
we definitely rented it. I'm not sure if it was Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, but yeah, that was a rental. I think it was probably VHS too. I don't think
yeah, that was definitely VHS. That was early '90s.
yeah, because we didn't have a DVD player until we got a PS2. That was our DVD player.
When we were kids, Casey liked. I was more of like the action movie. Wait. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
I didn't prepare for this answer. I don't know, man. Trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to circle back for that.
We'll
Let me think
revisit
of
after the
that.
conversation.
Yeah.
But I noticed something right off the bat. Whenever we were texting and we were like, "Who will do action stars or whatever," and then immediately my brain said, "Okay, I know what the dilemma is going to be. The dilemma is going to
Okay.
be what is defined as an action movie."
We're gonna get bogged down by
Yeah.
definitions.
so
Okay.
So I do agree that Jackie Chan is a great contender for the greatest action movie in general action movie. But
Hmm.
because the Western action movie has been defined by like explosions and
Hmm.
strength, feats of strength and physique and all that,
Yeah.
I would say that the action movie star was birthed in America,
Yeah.
right?
That's. I mean, can't argue with that. Yeah. The
So,
when you think action movie, I mean, honestly, the first movies you're gonna think of are a bunch of Arnold movies. So
or even for
those are
kids
all
growing up
American movies.
today, kids today will be thinking shit like, Jurassic Park or anything The Rock does.
No, kids today are gonna be thinking like Marvel stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
are
That's true. That's true.
those are
That's
gonna
true.
basically be action movies. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I have in the past, I mean, I'm certain we've had this conversation before, but like for the purpose of explaining, in the past we've always argued over like not you and me, but just like our group about
Mm.
separating the difference between action movie star and martial artist movie star,
Okay.
like a karate or kung fu movie star.
Yeah.
And so I see, it's kind of hard because like I feel like in the martial arts category you have to put like Jackie Chan number one, and in that,
Well, I mean, I, 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 I guess it just depends on the movie, you know? I don't like for example, like we're not talking about any of these people from this movie, but like Best of the Best is, is all about karate, but it's not like an action movie.
well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, well that's why it's called like a martial arts movie, right? Like look at like the difference between movies like Ong Bak with Tony Jaa and something a little more subdued like
Like
Fearless.
old school like Bruce Lee stuff. Those
Yeah.
I don't think you could really consider those like action movies that as we know them.
So that's why I like to keep them in separate categories. Not that everybody has to do that, just I keep them in separate categories because the stuff that like Jackie Chan did. No, it's true. Jackie Chan did have like a lot of like higher, bigger set pieces and explosions and big, huge stunts. And hell, I
Yeah.
mean, the Rush Hour movies. I know we were joking about it a little while ago, but those are great movies, all of them.
Yeah. Hmm.
Back to the American action movies, though. If you disregard martial artists from that category, who's number one?
Or American action movies.
Yeah,
So not counting JC.
yeah. Not counting like martial artists.
Um, I mean, it really is hard to argue, you know, against Arnold, but if I can sidestep the question. I did think of my favorite. I'm gonna go with the Keanu.
Yeah, that's respectable. Ooh, and even Keanu in The Matrix. Would that not constitute a martial arts movie?
No, that's action,
I don't know, bro. He knows
100%.
kung fu.
He does know kung fu, but that's action, 100%.
My one of my favorite parts of that movie is when Agent Smith is like interrogating Morpheus, and he's
Hmm.
like, "I can smell your sweat," and he's like getting all super like rubbing on him and stuff, and he's just like
Yeah,
so disgusted by humans.
yeah, great movie.
Action movies stars, also too. In I just made that sound like I'm gonna when I'm editing later, I'm gonna be watching it. I'm gonna be like, "Ugh, what was that sound?" I'm gonna bleep it out. U.S. action movie stars: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, um, Dolph Lundgren. Who else? Add to that list. More recently, The Rock.
Yeah.
Would you put Chris Pratt in that category, or would you
Mm,
include any of the
he,
Marvel people?
I mean, you kind of have to include the Marvel stuff, whether you're a Marvel fan or not. They're definitely action movies. I mean, yeah, there's like a ton of green screen stuff, but there's nothing that says an action movie has to be practical effects. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's true. But my thought is, or my question to you then, because I've never asked you this before, do you think? Now, okay, so it's kind of a loaded question. Let me preface it.
Okay.
Do you? I'm not trying to denounce what Marvel does in their action movies. I think they're great. I love them. There's very few that I don't like.
Okay.
And I honestly I can't even think of any off the top of my head that I don't like. I love all the Marvel movies. I bought all the Marvel movies, and I have Disney Plus, so that makes me like a real fan, right?
Okay.
Shots fired. But but I don't think something like Iron Man, while it may be a better movie in terms of like rewatchability or something, but I don't think it's better than what Terminator 2. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
agree. I agree with you. Okay.
And
So
so
you had a question or?
I guess I just wanted to make a statement. I guess
Yeah, that wasn't a question.
I guess do you feel like old action movies from the 80s and like early 90s, because I don't know if you noticed, but like a lot of action movies kind of dipped in the late 90s because well, I have my thoughts on it, but do you feel like movies today, action movies today, are better than those older ones from like the 80s and 90s?
Well, it's just so hard to figure out if you're looking back through the lens of nostalgia,
True.
and if you can really, without bias, compare, you know, two different decades or whatever. It's
Well,
And
let's
plus,
try.
honestly, nowadays I don't really watch that many movies, not as many, as I'd like to.
So
But
let's try and remove some nostalgia, right?
okay,
Let's just take a random 80s movie, 80s action movie. Let's go with an Arnold joint because it's
okay,
classic. Let's go with Commando.
okay,
What's a more recent action movie? Let's go something from The Rock.
okay.
I don't. I was about to say
He's, he's,
Jumanji, but I'm like,
he's,
nah. I would have picked Jumanji because that's a great movie.
The Rock has done a lot of crap though. At work today, they just have it on like random channels on the TV, right? And I forget what channel it was, but they were playing Skyscraper, and that looked so terrible.
What is Skyscraper?
Some random The Rock movie where like he's in this skyscraper, and I guess someone's trying to blow it up or some bullshit, and it's just
Oh my
so
god, I
stupid
didn't even know
looking.
that was a thing.
He was in Rampage, which was I guess a little bit about the video game from the 80s, which I loved. I couldn't even make it through like 20 minutes of that one.
I kind of wanted to watch it when we were
He's
watching Kong versus Skull Island.
he's done like a lot of trash.
I poor Rock. He had such high hopes, or I had such high hopes for him because of well, I mean, shit. Like I'm over here, like, oh well, I guess his career is a failure. But no, from the rundown. Remember when the rundown came out,
Yeah.
and in the very beginning, the Arnold comes out and he's like, "Have fun" or break it, whatever he said, and that to
The
me was the passing of the torch. I loved it.
cl- classic Sean William Scott joint.
Yeah. It's at this point in our show that we need to get a third person's perspective.
Yeah.
You want to call Trey real quick, see what he's got to say?
Yep. Let's do it. Trey from South Texas Collectibles. He's on location picking up some more pops, I believe. He's on a pop hunt, so to speak.
I guess Trey is a little too busy.
Yeah, I don't know why people got shit to do at 6 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, but I guess we're the only cool guys that don't got stuff to do.
Side note, earlier today, I was walking around. I was walking to the store down the street from my house, and
Mm,
you ever like it was very quiet outside today. You ever experienced the Sunday blues?
um, I think that means something different to you. Why don't you explain what that means to me so I can tell if
Well,
we're talking about the same thing?
so like back in the day, like whenever like you're a kid and you are out for the weekend, and then Sunday everything is quiet and getting ready to go back to school,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
same
Yeah,
thing with
yeah.
work.
Okay, yes. I do know what that is, and yes.
It's like the end of the week and the start of a new week. It's kind of like this quiet that overtakes, and then you try to get restless a lot. You just, I want to do something. Let me get out of the house. I got to do something.
Uh,
Um, Today, and it's not just today, I've been experiencing that a lot in my life. Now, there's some people that, like for me, whenever like I worked at GameStop or had random jobs, Sunday always felt that way. It didn't matter if I was working or if I was off, it always felt that way. Here lately, I find myself saying out loud to people, like, today feels like a Sunday. And it'll usually be like a Wednesday or like a Thursday.
okay.
And some, like Jen or somebody that I'm talking to will tell me, dude, yeah, it does feel like a Sunday. Kind of like the end of one week and into the next week. And today it was just really strong. Like I was getting super nostalgic. Like I remember walking to that store when I was a kid and just being out in the sun and just it felt really nice outside today. It wasn't too hot. Um
It was kind of hot outside. It was like
shit.
110. So
Well, is that the heat index or the temperature?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that about the weather channels lately is they promote the heat index more often than the actual temperature?
So what's the difference?
Well, the heat index is what it feels like.
Well, that's all that matters to me.
Well, if
The
that's
same.
all that you're taught.
That's the same difference between you telling me that I don't really remember a memory, that I only remember remembering a memory.
Heck yeah, that's how brains work.
There's no practical difference.
I'm telling Art to go to the bathroom.
He texted you back or what?
Yeah. But no, man, like shit, what were we talking about? The heat
You were,
index.
yeah.
So the actual temperature, like you don't remember as like a kid, it would be like 100 degrees outside, and it would be like a big deal. Like they would
Um,
tell you like it's 100 degrees at noon. Don't go out there at noon.
no, I don't ever remember anyone telling me that as a kid. If I
Well,
wanted to go outside, as long as it wasn't too late, I could go outside.
yeah, that's true. Just because it was hot didn't mean we didn't go out there. But now you hear the heat index. Like someone said it was 120 out there. Oh no, it was like when it was like 115, and they were like, it's 115 outside, and I was like, no, it's not. It's not 115. The heat index is 115. I could be mixing up the words. I don't remember if the heat index. I'm pretty sure that's what it is what it feels like versus the actual temperature. Art said
Well,
negative, and he used
okay.
that vernacular because he was like, "I'm a manager now."
Well, I know that viewers are super interested in hearing this, so we'll just shut this conversation in just a moment. But obviously, the news and the Weather Channel is included in the news, runs on sensationalism,
Oh, absolutely.
so they gotta, you know, headline the most outrageous stuff to try to get people to tune in, and that's
Yeah,
just the way it is.
super fun. That
Yeah.
to speak on that conspiracy theory stuff that we were talking about last week. It's all a form of control, man. It's all a form of control.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
episodes last week.
Really, it was just the one short about Anatomy because we had the podcast on Wednesday. You put out that stuff advertising
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone 2183. Hopefully that's still doing well. So it was really just on.
It's our second highest rated or highest viewed short.
Oh,
Or
really? Already?
yeah, it's our second highest behind only D&D. It surpassed the
Wow,
original.
amazing! I'm
The
surprised.
original performed better in terms of like statistics and stuff,
Uh huh.
but we did get more views, and I think that's probably in part due to the really cool thumbnail.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the
All
original
right.
one just had the Kevin Costner on a horse. um I wanted to do a medley of one-liners for the preview.
Uh huh.
Like I wanted to have you in the beginning saying, "Oh hey, your wires have come undone," and then me do the, "Oh, I've been jacked off the grid," because I think that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
That was a great start. I think we should have gone from that into the bit about R2, just because the R2 was so funny too.
Yeah.
But so I ended up. I needed like just a few seconds. I also wanted to put what's her name, because I think that line was really good too.
Which
Uh,
one?
I've been working on this here moisture
Oh
farm.
yeah.
She had the water hose.
That was like the first line we came up with when we were writing the sketch. So
This here moisture farm. And then at the end, whenever you did the my mechanical hand, that one got
And
a lot
we
of good reviews, I
and we
guess.
we do use practical effects on the set of Team Triplehorn Productions.
We got some green screens too. We're yeah,
Yeah, a
cherry
little bit
mustard.
of everything. We're branching out.
But
Uh, Friday's short, I thought it was really funny. I think it did decent. That was the one with Erica giving you backhanded
yeah,
insults for watching Grey's Anatomy.
we should have had a couple shots of you reacting, like you're laughing at me. Like should have had a
Uh,
couple shots of you being like,
yeah,
like idiot, like throw in some of those.
yeah.
I love those obnoxious, over the top idiots.
I haven't looked at the comments or nothing. Did anyone have anything interesting to say about that one?
Dude, no, nobody. I don't even think that got any comments.
Uh,
I straight up don't think that got a single comment. Let me see. Uh, yeah, no, zero comments. It only had like 800 views.
mm,
But I mean,
well,
800 views is good.
that's good for one of my ideas, at least.
I am running out of breath over here. I'm over here like,
It's hard to have as much enthusiasm when we're doing it remote like this.
yeah. Remote podcasting is a booty. Oh,
I don't know if we want to talk about it, but I did finally watch Guardians Part 3.
oh. Did you expect all of the little furries to die?
You mean Rocket's friends from the back
Yeah,
in the day?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean obviously they were going to die. They're not around in the present, so
yeah.
thought that
See,
was pretty obvious.
that was the spoiler that
Uh-huh.
I read. The what I read was at the end, Rocket and they started listing all the names of the animals
What was it like Lila and Feats
and
and
Floor.
Ground? Yeah, floor, ground, and floor. Yeah,
Yeah. So
Teeth, or it's Teefs
yeah,
and
Teeves.
Floor and like Lila
And
and Rocket,
so
I think.
they listed all of them as the survivors. All of these characters survive, and at the end, they're the new Guardians of the
Um,
Galaxy. And I was like, oh, nice.
yeah, that was some that was some expert trolling.
Dude, that's a. I swear to God, dude, it got me so good because I'm watching and I'm like, oh man, because you know how they go back into the ship, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
they're gonna find him, duh. You know what I mean? I was
I
so
was
confident.
I was expecting one of the main characters to die,
Me too.
but
I
I
thought
was
Drax was a
completely wrong.
goner.
So
I thought Drax was a goner when he got what happened with him?
he got he got he got busted up by Adam Warlock,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, 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 yeah.
he got shot by a Mal from Firefly.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Mal, dude. Nathan Fillion
Did
is so good.
yeah.
Uh, the okay, so this movie,
It was
Mantis.
kind of bittersweet to see him because he is in this role means he cannot have probably cannot have another role in the MCU, right?
Are you thinking of what is it, Wonder Man?
No, anything really, right?
Well,
Because he was this
yeah.
character in MCU means he cannot be another character in
Well, who
MCU.
else could he have been?
I don't have anyone off the top of my head that
Oh,
he could
okay.
be, but just in general,
Even a
he's
minor role.
yeah, he's stuck in this minor role, and he's never going to
So
be anything, which is a shame for, such a good actor like him.
Nathan Fillion has not got the respect I think he deserves. They should have cast him as an old Nathan Drake in Uncharted. I'm gonna say that till the day I die.
Yeah,
I like the new Uncharted, but Nathan Fillion should have been Nathan Drake. Damn, dude, he was so good.
really my only complaint, I guess, and it's not even that major one, is just I thought out of all three movies, the soundtrack was the weakest.
Oh, absolutely. Part two had the best soundtrack, right?
Yeah, I think I agree. Part two was the best.
A lot
Yeah.
of people are like, oh, part one. Nope. Part two had the way best soundtrack. Uh,
I did think the new Guardians team was pretty cool. It was who was it? It was
I don't remember.
Rocket and James Gunn's brother and Cosmo and Adam Warlock
I like you say
and
James Gunn's brother. I don't know his name either.
and Phyla, which I guess she has like I forget who she was in the comics.
Wait, Phyla
Um,
Vell was
yeah, I think yeah thought that's what they called her, right? Phyla.
who? Which one was that?
One of the little girls that one of the Joop Joop girls that grew up, I think.
Oh, damn. Wasn't Phyla Vell? Is that the one that became Nova?
I thought she had like Marvel man powers, right?
Who? Damn, dude, it's been so long. What was the name of the?
But you remember her, right?
Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
name. I remember the name Phyla Vell. I didn't pick that up when I was watching the movie though.
And Groot, of course, was still there.
Damn,
But
dude,
yeah,
I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
I thought the new Guardians team was pretty cool.
Did you watch it on Disney Plus?
Yes, I did.
We bought. Did we buy the third one? I think we bought the third one, and then my aunt was like, "Okay, can I? I need to buy all the Marvel movies," and I was like, "You don't gotta buy all the Marvel movies. Just watch ours." And so I lent her like every single Marvel movie, and then she was like, "Well, I don't want to have to watch them fast." I said, "Debbie, just keep them, and when you're done and you don't want to watch them anymore, give them back." And then right afterwards, I was like, "Damn, I just gave her like 30 movies."
So I'm pretty much caught up now, except for Black Panther 2, which I'm
It's okay.
not really super excited to watch it, but I guess I will at some point.
Black Panther 1 is like top 5 Marvel movies. Black Panther 2 is like bottom 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
All right.
honestly the whole Atlantis Namor thing is just it's just dumb. Like,
Yeah, I know like he's one of your favorite characters, and I guess you didn't like how they did them.
well,
Really the reason I don't want to watch is I just disagree with the decision to just kill off T'Challa.
oh
I
really?
mean
You think it should have recast?
it super sucks, you know, that Chadwick Boseman had to die for it was like cancer or
He
whatever,
had
right?
cancer.
But I mean, I feel like
Wakanda
they could have
forever.
just recast him, you know. T'Challa was a great character.
Yeah, T'Challa was great. Bozeman did it better than anyone really could have. You know who could have done it really well?
Wesley
Bill
Snipes.
Duke.
Predator?
Can you imagine him as as T'Challa?
Yeah, I mean he's kind of old at this point.
I would have
I
got
don't know.
Ernie Hudson's face, and they could have just CGI'd it on T'Challa's body and just
Ernie Hudson
reused.
kind of old too.
I love Ernie Hudson, dude, from Congo. Lava
That
tubes.
reminds me, I have not seen the most recent Ghostbusters movie, and I still never watched the all female Ghostbusters either.
I won't watch the female one. Um,
So you have not seen it on purpose?
yeah, I'm not gonna watch that shit.
I have not seen it not on purpose.
So my reasoning behind it. Well, okay. So I'll say this. If because I think Jen watched it. If it's on TV and I'm sitting there and it's on, I'm not gonna avert my eyes. You know what I mean? But I won't
Yeah,
go. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go find it and then sit down and then watch it. But but the
yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Like I'm not searching for it, but if I'm scrolling through Netflix and it pops up, yeah,
yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
if like there's not something else better right next
Yeah.
to it, you know, if it's like Arrested Development is there and then the next one is the girl Ghostbusters, I'll just watch Arrested Development again. the
Have you started watching Only Murders in the Building yet?
No, not yet. I think I'm gonna cancel
Okay.
Hulu. Like with the baby coming, we're trying to like shore up all of our expenses, and I think Hulu's gonna get the chop.
Okay, well, watch it real quick then, real quick.
But I was going to tell you, Ghostbusters Afterlife, is that the most recent one, right?
I don't know what it's called,
It
but it's the one with like
is.
Paul Rudd.
It's phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal, dude. They capture every bit of magic and tone of the originals. And the little
So
girl that is the main girl, she is excellent. She has like good charisma for what she does. Paul Rudd is not really in it a lot. He's kind of like a Rick Moranis type character, but he's good.
when you
Um,
say they capture, I
the
guess the
tone,
essence of the tone of the original,
yeah.
does someone get a blowj from a ghost?
Did
Does
that
that
happen in
happen?
the first one?
Yeah, didn't it?
I
Like
don't.
Dan Aykroyd is sleeping and like a ghost comes in.
I don't even remember that, dude. I
Okay.
must have blocked it out. But no, they definitely don't go. Wait, no. I take it back. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that Paul Rudd and the other one, as their demons, they bang.
Okay. Well, all right.
Spoiler alert. But and then afterwards they're like making like jokes about it. But the dogs are really cool because it's like a retelling of the first one, right?
No, I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah, so like Gozer the Gozerian comes out.
Oh, okay.
And so like it's like this whole thing that, well, do you know anything about it at all?
No, just like the brief little snippets I remember from like the trailer
So
years
you know
ago.
that Harold Ramis died.
Who?
Harold Ramis, the
Yes,
actor.
I did know that. He died like several years ago,
Yeah.
right?
So basically Harold Ramis left all the Ghostbusters and went out to this town wherever, and he abandoned his family, and he went out to this town and he built this like massive ghost trap.
Okay.
And so basically it's his family inheriting the house because the ghosts finally kill him, and
Oh, damn.
so he's dead, and his ghost, you don't ever see his ghost, but his ghost is like helping the main girl to solve what's going on, like
Oh,
pointing her to
okay.
the direction of stuff. And so I promise you, dude, it's really good. We bought it. If you want to borrow it, just take it because it's
Okay.
fantastic. It
I don't want
really
to
it
watch it. I don't want to watch it fast though.
Yeah, you're gonna but it's really good. Like it's really good. But I
Okay.
guess we can wrap it up because I got some stuff I wanted to tell you about
You got some stuff you wanted to tell me about, so we're wrapping it up.
off camera.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
God damn it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I feel like
if
it's
you
been
stuck
like
with it,
at least 30 minutes. I'm
if you
sorry.
stuck with us this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned this week for some more stuff. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. Central.
That's right. We the 2 p.m. boys.
And if you see Trey, tell him we're looking for him. And if you see Andrew, also tell him we're looking for him.
If you see Trey, pat him on the butt. You have my permission. If someone did that though.
Yeah.